Hello, North Central, and welcome to the Playfly College Esports Split 2 Open 1. And today, folks, this is the beginning of the no-build tournaments. Today we'll be looking at 3 different teams. The first one we're going to be looking at is Micah and Josh. It's going to be Josh Brown, a freshman from Fall River, Wisconsin, from Fall River High School. He'll be Corn Dealer as his gamer tag. And then the second player is Micah Eckhart, a freshman from New London, Wisconsin, from New London High School. And we're going to be looking at those two to start off with. We'll be moving through the 2 other teams pretty soon, but that tournament is about to start. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. right, and things are just now starting to begin. Again, we're starting off with Micah Eckhart and Josh Brown. Right now they're in the spawn lobby, and they're just getting ready to go. Strategy is always a little weird in this. You never know what's going to happen, and so strategies don't really work. Primarily, it's just about loadouts as the only strategies you can make. So here we go. Without further ado, let the game begin. Looking through the map, looking like they're going to start off with somewhere on the east or southern part. Looking at Grand Glacier as an option for them. Looks like that's going to be where they're heading. Muting game chat. And they're off. As you can see as well, when he's opening his friend chat, we've got Isaiah Mattingly playing with Landon Maz. And I believe the same game, or maybe it's a different one. But overall, we're going to have 3 NCU teams playing. This is just one of the 3 that we'll be showcasing. The other 2 will be Isaiah Mattingly, and then one of them is Garrett Converse. As he's starting to land here. Here comes Micah, or Barcona 1. Josh is the corn dealer, and they're opening a chest right away. Starting it off with a close quarters Hyper SMG. Getting the Iron Man gun as well. That's always a good start. Looking around. Doesn't look like many people landed here, which is nice. The Monarch pistol also looking like a good option for long to medium range. Same sort of guns in this one. Josh searching around for any sort of weapons or anything like that. Got a dual SMG in that one. Micah leaves it. Going for another one of the drones. Aiming is very good. Both of these players have really good aim, really decent aim. And they're ready to wreak some havoc in the server. Just grabbing a chainsaw. Good for berserking, good for mobility as well. Being able to move that quickly, flank people easily and quickly. It's a good option for running around, trying to get to behind people, trying to trick people even. Slurp bins, always again, good option. Anything you can for meds. Since this is no build as well, you're going to have 50 shield right off the bat, and then 50 or 100 health and 50 shield. Yeah, or excuse me, 50 shield right off the bat, 100 total health, and then regular shield metrics. So they will still have to take minis, big pots, and other things like that to keep their meds up. In this type of tournament as well, you want to keep together your meds and just find cover. Whenever you get in a position like this, right now it looks like they're actually good in terms of players around them, which is really nice to see. They can kind of just focus on building their inventory and maybe strategizing towards something else, something better. Yeah, just primarily just stocking up on ammo. I would say mats, except this is no build. But yeah, lots of different guns like that. As you can see here, it looks like they're going with a shotgun and then a AR. Pretty good, decent balancing in terms of that. You don't really need too many short-term or short-range items when you're in a position where it's just cover or just blasting shotgun shots at each other. As you can see, lots of shotguns, more splash healths. You get more ammo along the way. Bandages as well. So far, just staying in Grand Glacier. This is only the first cycle of the storm. So rotation is not too necessary right now. Finding pretty much the same guns and such. Grand Glacier is a pretty decent place to go if you want good weapons or base weapons to start off with, such as like the basic AR and the shotgun. But it's kind of more difficult to find the better looking shotguns or in some cases SMGs. Getting more ammo. Right about now, they're doing great on ammo. Doesn't look like that's going to change. Still waiting on anything on their end. When it comes to these kind of tournaments, you don't really want to see too many people get involved really quickly. In this type of case, it's primarily load up on heals and make it as far as you can. Avoid combat when necessary, because you don't know who's better than you. Looking around, making sure everything's good there. Lots of really good Marvel stuff to look at here, too. Got shield bursts. Another AR, but it looks like he's got a golden burst, so he should be good there. Grabbing the gold in case they see an NPC or vending machine that may have some value. Staying in Grand Glacier. Again, primarily just stocking. The more ammo you have, the better. Even heals are very valuable. Anything mobility-wise, such as the chainsaw in this case. Bandages are also a decent help. High ground also, major deal here. Since you can't build up to the higher areas of the map, you have to make that up on your own. Such as getting on roofs, getting good mountains, making sure that you have that vantage point of, I don't have to peek too much if my opponent's below me. Right now, they're in a great position right here to be able to make that happen. Storm Circle is just about moving. They're perfectly safe in the eastern side of the ring. Trying to make things happen here. Looking around. At this point, it looks like as though they are done looting. It's just primarily going to be defense, making sure there's there's no people around them, as well as communicating strategy. Starting to see the eliminations come in. Got 32 people left, not including Micah or Josh. Right about now, they're in a great position. Good meds, good defenses, such as a makeshift wall in the shield bubble. Looking around again, just trying to make sure they get their next location. Looks like somebody has a medallion, and they're just kind of paying attention to that, making sure it doesn't get too close to them. Also trying to predict where they're going. That's always important. Right now they're doing really good. Looking around. They're trying to find him is what it looks like. Right now they can't see anything as the first storm circle moves in. We got a minute and a half until the next one happens. Looks like they're safe in this one too. Looks like that zone is just going to be hugging the eastern side of the map. Maybe the northeast side. Maybe they'll end up in Castle Doom or Doom's Courtyard. Wouldn't surprise me if that final zone happens somewhere in there, or maybe even between Doomstad and Doom's Courtyard. Gonna move towards the volcano area. That's what it looks like. Again, playing it safe. Don't want to play too aggressive in this situation. 30 30 opponents left. Josh and Micah, two good friends at NCU, chose to play with each other, and they've loved it ever since. More porta bunkers, another makeshift build item. Whenever you have the chance to grab a shield bubble, porta fort, anything similar to that, it's always really valuable to have. Since you can't build in this game mode, it's primarily based off of how much can you just protect yourself. How much cover can you make without making cover. Improvising cover, different things like that. And right about now, they're doing a great job looking at what they can do for escape routes, makeshift cover, buildable cover with their shield bubbles and porta forts. Still looking at that northern side of the map. Looks like whoever has the medallion, looks like they went a little west and south there. More sword towards Freaky Fields. Another good rotational strat. Overall, when you look at that type of thing, you have to be able to see where the medallion people are. The medallions are one of the more powerful items in Fortnite, being able to give people a little more health if necessary, as well as different traits and stuff like that. That it can be very valuable. However, the caveat with that is that, as you can see on the map, it can go ahead and give your position away. And in this case, warn other players of your arrival. Looks like they are going to Grand Glacier, so it looks like we may have a battle brewing here. Micah looking around, trying to see if they can find him. Overall, pretty blank so far. Maybe they found him, who knows? Trying to get out of the area. There they are in the bottom there, near the pumpkins and the courtyard area with the grass art. Staying hidden, Micah is, trying to make sure that they don't see him and ambush them. Warns Josh of the trouble. Excuse me, Josh warns Micah of the trouble. Trying to be unseen. That's the best way to do it without being seen. That crouching and then just looking a little more down. They don't see your head, and there they are. We're going to have a battle going. Micah makes a first shot and hits his first shots, making a total of what looks like 122 damage. Making him a little more shots. Gets shot from behind. Has to hide behind cover. Make sure he does the case. Shield bubble. And just like that, he might be safe. Josh goes down, though. Micah just trying to make sure he doesn't get ambushed here. Good positioning. Gets a chainsaw. Can he get enough damage down? No, he cannot. Micah's down. And the team places 15th overall. That'll end round one for Micah and Josh. And we will take a moment, and we will be right back to get you to the next game. So sorry about the wait there, folks. We had a few technical difficulties. So who we're looking at right now is Isaiah Mattingly and Landon Maz. This is not an official tournament game. This is just a warm-up game. They had a little bit of technical issues on their end, causing them to be booted from one of the tournament matches. However, they are expected to be in the second round of matches, excuse me. So we'll just be looking at this one, waiting for their next round to start. Starting it off in Freaky Fields, grabbing anything they can right now. Grabbing some minis. Again, this is a no build. They're just warming up, getting ready for that second round to play. Whoa. Pretty good pumpkin decision there. Just looking through the different stalls and such. Driving onto the train now. Good loot. Whenever they're on that train, is always good loot. You got blue weapons, got mainly purple is the big one. Just trying to quick loot so that they can go back to that can grow back up quicker. Getting good mats, good ammo. Could use a little more shotgun and SMG ammo, but good enough on the AR ammo to where it should be good. Just looking around, grabbing any sort of ammo, any sort of better guns they can find. Blue will always be better. Wow. Blue will always be better than green. And purple will always be better than blue, and gold is the best of them all. Once you get exotic weapons. Finding more chests, more green weapons. Again, in this case, it's just primarily going to be looking at what can they use for cover. And we got an Iron Man scorching up. And they're going to go after Isaiah and Landon. Trying their best just to eliminate the target here. Dealing a lot of damage in. And Landon knocks him. Oh. Got a lot of combat going around right now. Trying their best just to stay calm. Looks like they're playing a little more aggressive. Overall, only one kill by either. And that was the person wearing the Iron Man suit. As Isaiah pops some minis. Having a total of 100 shield. Got shots firing behind him. And we got some sniper shots going. Trying to make sure they don't get completely knocked here. Oh. As it looks as though the next round of the tournament is about to start. And we'll be right back with tournament coverage. Welcome back. Back on the tournament scene. This is Isaiah Mattingly and Landon Maz playing together here. Looking like they're going to drop at Rebels Roost. Ultimately, that looks like it's the plan. It's about 1,300 kilometers away. Or meters, excuse me. So as you can see here, the map this time around is Marvel themed. So what does that mean? There are a lot of Marvel items. That means we've got the Black Panther claws. We've got the Iron Man guns and the Iron Man weaponry. There's a lot of different things like that. And so you're going to see a lot of different weapons being used and a lot of different strategies being used. Overall, makes for a fun game, makes for some great gameplay on both sides. And here we go. Looks like they're just dropping actually at the little gas station area. Just looking around, trying to look for any sort of cover that they can use, deployable cover, or any sort of ammo that they can use. Looks like they're just trying their best. They're actually in the gas station right next to Doomstat. So pardon me, not Rebels Roost. Looks like they're on the way to making it over there, though. Or no, they're heading to a southern area. I am so sorry. More southern area of the map. Looks like they're just going to the little helipad area. Yeah, looking for different things like that. Didn't look like they could get everything they knew they could have. As you can tell, pretty bare so far. The AR has a sniper scope on it, or I believe that's a 3x scope. They're looking around, just trying to get anywhere that would have anything good for them. As you can tell, it looks like they were on their way over. They were on their way to Rebels Roost. However, they saw the amount of people that were heading over there. Looks like they just hightailed it to the gas station. Gas station instead. The reasoning for that would just be defensive play. There's no reason to start a fight that you don't know if you can win or not. It's better for you to just kind of play it, lay low, and play how you feel you need to. But not too aggressive, not too conservative. Like in this case, they're heading over to Grim Gate. And sneaking around, trying to look for anything or anyone in their path. Again, using any sort of cover they can. They're using the walls, they're using the rocks. They're going to be using... Oh, there's a shotgun shot across the end of the hall. But as you can see here, just trying to sneak through. There's a person coming on their right side. Hopefully you don't hear him. Gotta make sure you check both ends of the hallway. There's a person coming through the hallway. They just need to stay behind that wall. If they stay behind the wall, they're good. They got somebody on top of the roof. Waiting on that chance to strike. Backs up. There he is. Aiming shots. Isaiah goes down. Landon goes down. And that'll end round 2 for Isaiah and Landon. They got 22nd place. Unlucky placement at the wrong time. Just couldn't get the right people, or couldn't get the right positioning. And it costed them in the end. We'll be right back to show you round 3. So for the rest of the tournament, due to some technical difficulties we're having connecting to certain players or not, we're going to stick strictly to Micah Eckhart. The reason for that is simply being whenever we try to change the player who we look at, it's crashing their game. So we'll stick with Micah, and we'll be watching Micah and Josh's team for the rest of the day. And it looks like they're just about to start their matchmaking right now. We will cut to that game soon. Just give me a few seconds. All right, welcome back. Teams are back on. Primarily Micah and Josh. Looking at different places to go. It's always important. Looking like they're having issues communicating. Oh. Looks like everything is set there. Looks like they're trying to make their way, I believe, to Redline Rig. Yes. They're on the way to Redline Rig. Looks like they've only got one person following as of now. Very possible they have another one coming up, knowing the teams getting their best. Trying to make it up north. They've got, just one duo. So overall, if they play it safe, they play it good, they'll be perfectly safe to be able to do whatever they need to here. Again, primary thing is just going to be see if you can get quote-unquote buildable mats. And that's a good start, getting the War Machine turret. That's always going to be nice as a person comes up and Micah gets a good shot off. He's full shield again, but he's just trying to get 3. He gets shot from the right side, trying to get out of there, waiting for his shield to regain. He's in a really bad position right now. Just trying to get out of it. Moves over to the right side. Going to the southern half of the rig. The people are below him. Josh looks like he's trying to flank from beneath. Trying to get the overall standing point there. Turret goes off. Now, that tells Micah that there is a person over there. Probably the person that Josh is fighting right now. Trying their best just to get into a position where they both can be together. Josh moves his way up, and they're at the same point now. 46 opponents left. Micah takes a mini. Any meds he can get now are going to be really helpful. Another Monarch pistol. Really good start. That turret is a really big deal because it can tell you where opponents are. If you don't know where they are, the turret can tell you where they are. As the people are coming down. Got a shot off, 6-4. Trying the hardest. Keeping the high ground, gets shot twice. Loses his initial shield, but gets the mini off. Josh got hit a little bit too. Trying to stay hidden. Josh loses his shield. Trying to get into a position where they can both just be safe. They're just climbing up. And let the battle commence. Looks like there's a double team. So you're going to have one on the left, and they climb right up there. Quick action to get the high ground, and they're going to get it. Micah trying his best just to get a shot off. 128 health on that one. That one is on whites only. Micah trying to move around, trying to maneuver. Looks like there's actually 3 total people. Gets shot from the top. Has 1 HP left. Trying to regain that. He's waiting for his shield to reload. Gets down below. Gets lower. Is he going to take fall damage? No. In a good position to make a play. Gets a shot off. Shot couple. He gets knocked. Can Josh get down there quick enough? Josh is on the upper half. Combat commences. Trying to either get a quick res or something other. Josh looks as though he has a kill. Josh is trying his best to get him down. Shots are fired. Josh trying to escape. Runs out of the initial shield. Gets lower. Couple good shots off, and Josh will go down. Close, hard-fought match there. And it looks as though they're going to give it a few minutes. Next tournament play starts fairly soon. Good game overall there. Just got a little unlucky with positioning. People just got higher than them. Aim was a little off in the beginning. But overall, it was decently hard fought. Josh got that elimination early. And the other duo just kind of third teamed it and couldn't, never gave him a chance to recover. But overall, good match. And it looks as though they're going to be going through another one in a few minutes. And I will bring you back then. All right, and welcome back. So this is just a warm-up game, making sure they can just stay fresh before the next tournament match. Right now, they're just staying in brutal beachhead, and they're just trying to move around. Looks like they're trying to employ a different type of strategy. Again, just trying to stay fresh, trying to make sure they do everything right here. Last match, really well done, really well hard fought. Just too many teams, too many people. Ultimately, one person was going to come out of there alive, and sadly, it just wasn't them. But it's all good. Not a bad match, just a really unlucky position on their end. They did get the one kill, which gives them a couple points. And now their biggest thing is just how far can they make it. This is only the first open, so there's a couple different options in case things kind of... If today doesn't go the way they want it to, they have the second open. And right now they're just kind of like the first week of a sport. It's going to be shaky in the first start, but then after that, things kind of start to develop. Again, Micah and Josh are both very good players. They've worked together a few times. And each time, very well thought out, very well played. Just every once in a while, gets in an unlucky position. This team, this duo, is very good. They have the aim. They have the motion. They have the traversal, the strategy. It's just a matter of how quickly can they adjust to that. How quickly can they change from one end to the other. We're now just trying to get on the train. Both of them are on it. Looks like they're going to just carry it wherever they may need. That train's heading due north. Overall, really good storm too. A lot more people kind of will stay where they're at. Not a lot of combat. We could get a very high number of people by the third storm rotation. They get off near Standy Steeps. And wow, storm is way east. Northeast, exactly. They take the car, which is much easier to control. Little accident occurs, not a problem. Mike gets in the driver's seat, and they will start heading due east. Overall, with these warm-up matches as well, since they're playing against casual players, for the most part, they can play aggressively, and they most likely will. They are flying right now. Right now, they're heading over to the raft. And it looks like that was their initial plan. So they're heading up the stairs. They got combat everywhere right now. Making moves. There's a Captain America. Good shots go down, and Emma Frost's burst rifle is right there. And you got some NPCs. Nothing to worry about there. A lot of NPCs, actually. But again, nothing too dangerous. Nothing that Micah can't handle. That's not AI. There's a person here. Micah just regaining his health. That was just an AI. Pardon me. But as you can see here, the same strat of just making sure you have ammo holds true. As much ammo as you can hold, your main priority should be ammo. And you can tell right here that that's exactly what they're doing. Heals again. Very important. That juice makes them be able to hop, but also gives them shield. It's a good replacement if you need to traverse quickly as well as just grab some health. Also really good if you're in a late match situation, low or short, small zone. It's really good in just traversing that, being able to hop, harder to hit you when you're in the air. And just gives health quickly, 5 HP per second, I believe. Micah builds a Tesla, or Cybertruck. Now they're just trying to make their way into the zone. Storn is moving in. And there's combat behind him. Looks like they're going to go after him. Play a little aggressively. We like it here. Yeah, looks like it as that car is modified. And they're on the eastern side of the building. Trying their best just to get into good positioning. It's an Iron Man. They start flying away. Micah hits some really good shots. Just doing his best. Man, he's getting close. Those aren't bad shots at all. Again, good aim for him. Good to see that. As they get in the car, Josh is down there. Micah's going to try to pick him up. And he will. Looks like they're heading... Wow. Looks like they're heading to Freaky Fields. Another good place. If it wasn't built, it'd be great for mats. The amount of wood and brick over there is really, really high. However, since it's no build, it's still a great place for cover. Or anything else, really. Good hiding places. Good places where shots just will block. And actually, they're switching over to Grand Glacier. And there's two people about, I'd say, 50 meters away. Less than that. Right there. And they're in a great position. And that's a quick knock. Right there. And then the others are right down there as well. And they get both of them. Really good combat there. Way to play the high ground. Way to get the high ground. Just a really smart play overall. Way to go by Micah and Josh. Playing that very smartly. Quick kills right off the board. And they're right back on it, heading over to Grand Glacier. Grand Glacier is also a really good place for cover. Maybe not as much as you would want, but it's definitely good for finding that high ground. If you feel like you're in a really heated situation, it's right there. You can get into any position you really need to. You can change your challenge whenever you need to. Just looking at Battle Pass challenges, it looks like. Finding the Jigsaw challenge. And they're heading due north. And there's another player down there. And they get in a Cybertruck and they're gone. Can they get enough damage in time? 481 damage to start off with on the car. That's 555, excuse me. Total damage on that car there was 555. Good damage placement. Looks like they're going to be chasing them. Now heading out of the eye. Trying to see if they can get over to him. In restored reels right now. Now it just looks like they may be trailing zone. Probably couldn't find them. Now they're just going right back to their original plan. Heading over to Grand Glacier. A place where there's lots of cover, lots of high ground. I could also see them maybe waiting for next zone, see if they need to change anything. That's kind of why they're hanging around that edge area. Maybe stick to Freaky Fields. If need be. Still heading due north. They are in Freaky Field, or close enough to Freaky Fields to where it wouldn't be too much of a danger, as someone with a medallion is also in there. Trying to stay out of that. Zone is pretty good for them. Looks like they'll maybe just hang around Freaky Fields. Otherwise, they will just keep heading due east. There's a player down there. Micah barely misses him with the car. Really close. Really close, but Josh will get the kill. 11 total for the team, 6 for Micah, 5 for Josh. Pretty balanced play overall. Teamwork is really good, especially with these two. Being able to communicate really well, being able to give mats or different types of materials, such like that. And they're heading due north again. Another medallion player. You got combat happening sort of on their left, sort of behind him. And there they are. Josh go ahead and make initial damage. And then Micah will finish the health bar off, knocking that person. They got somebody below him. And Josh, what a shot. One kill. Absolutely good play there. Headshot is what it looks like from this angle. Good play by Josh. Now they're heading more north than I think. More north than I thought. Looks like they have an AI up top. However, that AI always aims for someone, and there they are. About 100 meters away, and it looks like there's people above them too. Might be smarter for them to go for the people up top. Micah, good shot off. Gets in the car with them, and oh wow. Interesting predicament there. Looks like they just leave the AI behind. They will run. Maybe too much health lost by Micah and Josh's shots there. Now they have the high ground against the people in this little area here. Micah goes ahead and alerts in Josh, making sure he knows, hey, there's people here. Another good communication tactic. Trying to just see if they're in any hiding places. Eliminating all of the building. However, no one shows themselves. Oh, there's a car about 150 meters away. Micah gets a highly coveted pumpkin launcher. Really highly coveted. Those things are awesome. Now we've got combat on the northern side. Trying their best just to make it up there. Pretty good match here. Micah just trying to get over. Trying to see if they can get involved in any of that action. And there's the combat right down there. Micah aims down. Unaims. Sees that there's still some combat left. Can he get the shots off? He gets the shots off. Misses him barely. Lots of loot. There's been a lot of combat here. There's 10 opponents left. Micah has a person down there. Gets some good shots off. Knocks him right away. Good shots. Only, I believe, 2 shots were missed there, but that was due to a burst shot. So really good aim there by Micah. Really good play. Now it's just a matter of finding the opponent. Micah staying on the high ground. Josh he's going to be the front man. He's got all the health with the medallions. So it's smart of him to just go on alone, or lower, because he can sacrifice that. Micah gets some good shots off, trying his best just to get the guy down there on the building. Josh gets up there quick, and he gets him. What a play. That's more than needed. They go ahead, and now there's only 10 opponents left. 15 total kills by the team, 8 by Micah, 7 by Josh. Right now they're on the one or more higher points on the map. Josh is actually heading it. He looks as though he's gonna be the quote-unquote tank of the group, essentially meaning that he will probably hold a lot of heavy ammo, a lot of heavy weapons, the shotgun, I'm surprised he doesn't have the pumpkin launcher, but that works due to his, excuse me. The main point in having a tank on your team is when you have a person with high health, such as with the medallions, you want them to have the slower weapons that do a lot more damage. As it may make a player panic, or an opponent panic less. But overall, it's just better overall to have that person be the tank and kind of head all combat in that sense. And looks like another tournament code is gone. And they will be setting up on their next tournament play. We'll be right back to show you that content. Welcome back. This, I believe, is the 4th round of the Split 2 Open 1 for Playfly College Esports. And we're still on Micah as the main with Josh as his partner. Still no build duos. Going off to Brawler's patch. Just trying to make sure they make good plays here. And we got some eliminations right off the bat. Quick for a tournament like this, which hasn't seen very many early deaths. Overall, pretty interesting there. As Micah and Josh will continue to go to the southeastern side of the map to get 2 brawlers. Overall, if they just it doesn't look like there's anyone following him here. So there's a pretty decent chance that they can get in a better position. They don't have to worry about third teams or anything like that. And they can focus on that high ground. Get to where you're in a place where you feel comfortable at. The hills, the mountains, heck, even the buildings. All of those are very, very important. Some people are distance away. So they should be safe. Staying together in Brawler's patch. Grabbing one of the SMGs, Hyper SMGs. 2 of them now. One green, one gray. Good AR too, and just like that, he can drop the gray SMG. And overall, I'm curious to see what they do here. See if they want to adjust any of their plans, focus a little more on the conservative third team when necessary strategy, or if they're going to stick with their defensive intel 2v2 situation. As Micah picks up a shotgun there. Surprised he hasn't taken the big pot yet. Of course, you can take it whenever when you're not under immense amounts of stress. Trades the single shot AR and takes it for the burst. Grabs a good big pot there. Micah just maneuvering his way. He's got War Machine's turret again. Planning on using it well. Josh up top. Probably looting on his own. At this point, just making sure, do you have the materials you need, such as the guns, the shields, and the ammo. Also, any sort of shields work. You need anything, you need to grab a med kit, take that med kit. You got the bandages there. The main important thing, however, is the shields. Making sure that you can regain that shield quickly. Your last hope would be, hopefully, the health bar rather than the shield bar. As Micah finds a chainsaw, takes it for his SMG. Sticking with the shotgun as his close range. But again, you're seeing it here. Medium range AR, short range weapon in the shotgun. It's a really good strategy because, again, for the most part, if you're in no builds, you're going to want that distance. You don't want to be really close together trying to make something happen. You're not going to have a chance to build that cover. You would rather have a long range battle where you don't have cover built on you, but you can get that cover, such as hiding behind trees, up on top of the rocks or mountains. Similar things like that. The shotgun would probably be a last-ditch resort at a shorter range, such as like a simple firefight, anything like that. Grabs more shotgun ammo. Takes the all-rounder instead. Grabs the burst rifle. Overall, doesn't look like there's anybody around him. Just trying to play it safe. Trying to make sure that they don't overthink it. Strategy is very important here. Do you stay here and move with Storm? Or do you try to predict Or do you try to predict the eye of the storm and go to the next POI? Overall, a lot of thought goes into this. Josh and Micah, very smart players. They'll be able to make that decision. Micah heading more north. And pretty decent eye. Not great, but they don't have to chase, or they don't have to run from the storm. They're right there with the eye. Just moving around, trying their best to get in a really good position. They got people below him. They play it safe, they can get him. Here we go. Combat going off. And Micah just getting blasted. Josh gets eliminated quick. Micah now just trying to escape, make sure they have any chance at points here. They got hit, and they got hit hard. Micah can't get the shots off, and they will be eliminated, placed 18th. And it looks as though there will be a break in the action for a little bit. Overall, decent game there. Just met better players. They got the jump on him. They just got rushed quickly. Aim on... It looks like the person in the back. It looks like they were going a... long person went for the short... It was just kind of like a ladder platform. Where one player will just... It was a strategy employed. It beat them at the end. It was the perfect position for them to be beat there. Nothing you can really do in that situation. Good plays by Josh and Micah. And we'll take a little break before going into the next round of the tournament. So we'll be looking at Isaiah and Landon next. This will be the last game of the day. This is the fourth and final match of today's tournaments. Micah and Josh got finished with theirs. Overall decent play by them. And now we're just gonna be looking at Isaiah and Landon for the rest of the day. This is the last match of the tournament. After this, stream will end, and everything will be set. We'll switch you over to when that starts. Welcome back. So this is just a warm-up game with Isaiah and Landon. The new tournament code has not gone out yet, so they're just waiting on that. Right now they're in Freaky Fields, are getting out of there. No eliminations yet, but good map making, good at grabbing different things like that. Right now it's just traversing right now. But this is just a warm-up as well. Right now, they're moving more up west, or to the west. Just looking, they're trying to play a little more aggressive. This is one of those matches. It's one of those warm-up ones where they're just gonna play as fun as they can. They're wanting to just have fun, play fun, and they don't really have anything to lose during these, so it makes sense. And Isaiah starts war with Peely. And they're going to go ahead and just move a little bit. Some good weapons. Isaiah didn't lose any real health, only losing his initial 50. Here in combat on the north side. And it looks like battle will commence. Still staying on the northern side, waiting for different players. Sees him about 200 meters away. And again, using the chainsaw for great traversal. Great movement. There they are down there near the house. Can Isaiah get the shots off he needs? They're just pixels at that point on the screen, a little harder to hit. Still moving west. No eliminations, but they're looking. Isaiah throws the jigsaw puppets. As they're just circling the area. They get a kill. Pretty good. As they continue traversing. They leave the jigsaw puppets alone. And they will walk. They got people more people on the northwest side. Isaiah taking his shots. Got a hit there. Chainsaw moving. Isaiah dodges it. Really helps to have that turret. As he will get knocked, though. Josh gets the Landon gets the elimination. Saving Isaiah's life there. But again, you see how important that turret is. Kind of bled the health away from his opponent. Gave Landon a chance at getting the elimination. Storm's coming up. They need to move a little bit in the eye. And they will do so. No meds, though, so they'll have to stick. Isaiah will just have to stick with the 50 initial shield and the 30 health he has, giving him 80 total health points. Except they did find a slurp barrel, so they'll probably just take it from there. Great luck finding a medkit there. Now they can focus on that slurp. Just get it for the shield. Waiting on Landon to get over there. And they start breaking him. And now Isaiah is at a total of 170 health points. Landon is at a total of a little more. About 75 total 125 total shield. As We will take a minute because it looks like they got the code. I'll get to you when they're on the battle bus. Give me a few minutes. And welcome back to the final match of the day. Right now, we're just looking at Isaiah and Landon, and then that'll be it. They're looking at landing pretty close to where the initial path of the bus is. Freaky Fields. Heading up over there. Looking for a long duration of a match here. The longer you live, the more points you get. And they're hoping for a lot here. As Isaiah just tries to get his best. They're both getting to where they can just get high ground, good mats, or good weapons, and good ammo. Right now, there's no one really blocking them off from that. No one really. It didn't look like anybody landed at Freaky Field, which is nice for them. Isaiah gets some really good luck with dual SMGs and a really good burst rifle there. And just like that, he has the short range and the medium range. He has 2 short range weapons right now, but that might be due to the fact that there's just nothing else that's really important for him to hold right now. That's not a problem overall. And they're just trying their best. Right now, they're getting some chests. Same sort of thing. Make sure you have weapons. Make sure you have heals. There's the chug splashes. Those are very, very important. And finds a big pot. He will drop it for Landon. As Landon goes ahead and holds. He gets the rest of his shield. And Isaiah will get the rest of his shield. And just like that, they're both at 250 in terms of health points. Again, just traversing the area. They can be a little more lenient, a little more loose on how they do this here. They don't really have anybody to give you... You don't have anybody that really would need to give you any sort of pressure or anything like that. They can just kind of play this game nice and slow. Slow and steady wins the race in this case. And the kills start rolling in. 40 total opponents, 42 total players. And Isaiah and Landon. Overall, the double SMGs are still really good. It gives you good accuracy for SMGs, especially. And the reload power is really quick. And with 16 shots in both SMGs, it makes for a really, really good ammo retention. That's the word I'm looking for, excuse me. And they're just searching this house right now. Got that eerie look for Fort Nightmares. Hence why we have the pumpkin launcher. Finding more ammo. Finding anything they can. Right now, just staying in Freaky Fields. No kills since that last little rush there. Of course, that just makes for a really entertaining final circle. Isaiah in the barn now. Looks like Landon is on the other side. Again, looser. No one really here. They can both search on their own. No need to really tag team as of now. If they hear shots, I would expect them to kind of clump back together. As Isaiah grabs a quick gun there. Or quick ammo, excuse me. Really good loot here. In terms of strategical stuff. Good short range, good medium range. No real long range. However, neither of them really have a Monarch pistol to say that yet. So, we'll see what happens. Right now, still working on just getting the mats they need. Good shotgun there with a 3x scope. Overall, not too bad. Grabs another way better AR. Is he going to take it? Yes. No. The modifications on the burst were just a little bit better according to Isaiah. Probably the best choice. Landon stays on the other side of the freaky fields. Isaiah on the eastern side. Or, yeah. Isaiah on the eastern side, Landon on the west. Pretty decent. You guys loot you can share. You got good options in case something goes wrong. As more chug splashes are found. However, they're not needed as of now. Wait for the next round of combat, and then it should be taken. Although it looks like Isaiah will be holding a lot of the meds here. Takes the big pot instead. Overall, pretty decent loadout. You got the burst AR for the medium range. You got the shotgun for medium to short. And then you got the SMG for pure short. With the Portafort as a way to just make cover whenever they need it. And a big pot for heals. Pretty decent setup there. And they find a Sovereign shotgun. Landon will take it for his gray shotgun. And they're on the move again. And there's people behind him. Isaiah. Trying to think of this through. Landon and Isaiah. Notice how he immediately grabbed the Portafort. Or the replacement for the Portafort. Immediately grabs that in case there's an immediate firefight. Really smart idea there. Good reflexes. Overall, it's a smart play there. Landon a little farther away from Isaiah. They need to make a move to somewhere. Heading toward the southwest side of the map. Or western now. Looking at, just again, looking for ammo. Got a good set of ammo there. He was running a little low on the shotgun ammo. The medium and light ammo as well, a little lower. SMG ammo is looking good right now. Medium ammo could use a little more, but pretty bearable right now. Coming near restored reels. Staying in a bush. Again, smart position right now. Makes you unseen. Gives it cover. Landon on the rock. Trying to see if there's anyone that they can kind of just scope down. Nothing as of yet. Ooh, we got Captain America's shield there. Also makeshift cover. However, it looks like they'll just be sticking with the Portaforts. Perfectly good idea. As you can't stay behind the shield and shoot. And in order to use the shield in combat, you need to lose the shield in a sense by throwing it. So it makes sense that they keep the Portafort. You can gain cover whenever you need to, without the need of just grabbing a gun out. Or keeping the gun out while having that cover behind you is really helpful. In front of you, too. Isaiah looking around restored reels with Landon. 30 players, 30 opponents left, 32 players total. Looking at just playing it stealthily, sneaking through, making sure no one hits. In a decent position right now. They're in sort of that area where it's majority of high ground. They're not going to be in a position where they're going to be a battle of the high and the lows. This is a really good position for them. As they find a better gatekeeper shotgun, Isaiah will take it. No hesitation there. Again, sticking to the high ground. And we're starting to get a little more combat. 29 players remaining. They find someone 300 meters away. Good eye by Landon. However, it may not be a hittable shot without a good AR or a good scope. There are people closer. You can see the combat quite a distance away from here. You can see the visual sound effects going off. Landon finds something. Right now, they're flanked, trying to make sure that they don't be in a position where they're just gonna fall. Gotta be patient in this sort of situation. Where do they feel is the best position to be? Oh, Medallion's gone. Medallion has been picked up on the southwest side of the map there. You can tell, but that's probably where the battle's happening. Keeping a close eye on that combat. If they feel they can make a move, they feel that the Medallion carrier, as well as the players, the other opponents there, don't have much health, then they may just go for the strike. Get some extra points before the day ends. They're getting flanked on. They gotta be paying attention to that. Medallion carrier, now in restored reels. Just watching there. Player coming down below them. Isaiah notices. He kind of just shifts around. Player on the down right. Right now they're split. They probably know they're right there. Gathered back together. Right below the hill. Probably make their way up. There they are over there. Isaiah and Landon avoid combat. Smart move on their end. Keep that heals. Keep that ammo. Never know if they're better than you. Smart play. And we're going to have two Medallion carriers. Looks like we're going to have them kind of clash here. This may be a good chance for Isaiah and Landon to get a good, like, third-party system here. Combat has started to commence on that side. Between the Medallion carriers. Maybe they can sneak through. Right on the edge of the eye of the storm. Pretty decent position. One of the Medallion carriers kind of retreats. Looks like they aren't going to be chasing. Probably due to the fact that there's an island right there. Looking at where to go. Just trying to see what works best for them. Start moving south. Right now, it's just trying to... Where's the best position where you won't just get lasered? 22 total players remaining. Pretty decent point total as of now. Nearing the top 10. Trying to get high point. They might get there. No one really around them. The Medallion carrier on the northern side, or north of them, looks like they're just sitting around the island area, the floating island. Landon looking as though he's checking it out. Making sure it's not going to be too big of a deal. Checking out the train. Trying to make sure they're not in a active combat area. Got some interesting shots happening. As we're hearing people landing on him. Did they see Landon and Isaiah? It doesn't look like it. Good stealth moves. Can they stay there? They can just wait. Here we go. Isaiah. Moving more to the northern side. Who's going to make the first move here? Looks like the medallion carriers. They're in combat with one another. You can see them on the bottom of the map, on the bottom of the map. Good movement. Isaiah and Landon both kind of trailing behind. This is actually a really good position, because if you're not going after the medallion carriers, you're running from them. If you trail behind them, make sure that you aren't being the ones attacked. There's a pretty decent chance that you could just sneak. Kind of stalk them without knowing. Getting a couple more eliminations, and just like that, they have struck top 10. 20 total players remaining. Moving up. High point here as shots fired on the northern side. Close range. They're just looking at seeing what they can do here. They might play it safe. They might play it aggressive. Who knows? Isaiah and Landon just keeping that high point. Got a point total on the right side. They're playing on the top of the risk there. Is Isaiah going to take the risk and take a shot here? Playing it safe. Got to pay attention to that mini-map. That'll tell you where the medallion carriers are. It looks like the medallion carriers on the eastern side of them. Ooh, good eye placement. Looks like the medallion carriers will have to chase. Landon and Isaiah, they got a difficult decision to make. Do they stay on that area and avoid combat? Oh. That's a reboot van. Goes off. What are Isaiah and Landon going to do here? They're surrounded by combatants. Got to pay attention to that mini-map. Don't set off that fire pit. Play it safe here. They're going around the other side of the mound. It looks like Isaiah and Landon could potentially just avoid combat. Got combat kind of going on around them. You got players behind them. Well, now on their left side of them. On the southern side of the map there. Isaiah and Landon are in great positions right now. Can they capitalize? Shots are being fired near them. Not at them, though. Definitely look at where those shots are going, though. That'll tell you where their opponents are. Are they going to play it safe, or are they going to play it aggressive? Combat on the southern side of the map. Isaiah and Landon just paying good attention to that. They're right on the edge of the eye. They're in great position where they can just wait. Are they going to wait? Paying attention to where players are. Letting the others bleed out before anything else happens. Playing it very safe, very slow. Players behind them. Can they move out of the way? Here they come. Here comes combat. Isaiah gets the first shot off. 35 health Dawn. Goes down. 71 health left. Tries to get the shield off in time. Storm gets around him. And that's how the day ends. Good top 10 placement by Isaiah and Landon. Not a bad match at all. Good movement. Good placement. Good positioning. Just got in a really, really sticky situation near the end there. That is not a bad match at all. Great gameplay by both Landon and Isaiah. And great gameplay by the MCU Rams this week. Overall, pretty decent gameplay. Isaiah and Landon show that their movement skills have definitely been really good. Micah and Josh showing that their gameplay is still peak. Yeah, overall, great day of Fortnite. Great job by both teams today. Great job by NCU as well. That was the final match of the day. And we'll see you next week for the Splits 2 Open 2 for the Playfly College Esports Fortnite tournament. I will see you guys next week, and God bless. See you next week.